Okay, you have to be ready for this. Nicki Minaj just sat down with Time magazine and talked about why she went public about going MAGA and appeared on stage with him back in January. Now take a look.
I didn't know Nicki, and I've been hearing over the years she's a big Trump supporter and a Trump fan, and she took a little heat on occasion.
I am probably the president's #1 fan. And that's not going to change. And the hate or what people have to say, it does not affect me at all. It actually motivates me to support him more.
She says her political change of heart was a mix of being disappointed by Democrats like Barack Obama and Gavin Newsom, and the fact that she thinks you know who is his own vibe, similar to larger-than-life stars like Marilyn Monroe. I did not say it. That's what she said.
Yeah.
But more shocking, she just said to me...
What?
...that Grease 2 is better than Grease 1. That's what she just said to me. I don't know how to deal. I don't know which one to tackle.
That's wilder than Nicki Minaj's take on vaccines.
I would like to say something. I don't believe that it's about what the Democrats are doing, because I think it's personal with her, because this is one little fact I found. Nicki Minaj opposed the COVID vaccine. It's all personal, because her cousin's friend in Trinidad had swollen testicles. I'll say nothing more.
Well,
that is the reason that she likes
so
Trump.
viral
Because her cousin's friend in Trinidad has frozen testicles. That's it.
I would like to add to that, Joy,
Okay,
in terms of why it's personal. After she appeared with Trump, she made headlines because she announced that her United States citizenship paperwork was finally being finalized and fast-tracked because she was an undocumented immigrant from Trinidad and Tobago and came here when she was 5 years old. Further, there is speculation that she is seeking a presidential pardon for her husband who was a registered sex offender and who pled guilty to manslaughter and served 7 years in prison. Or perhaps her brother, who is serving a sentence of 25 years to life in a New York State prison for predatory sexual assault against a child and child endangerment. So I would speculate that perhaps the reason that she has gone MAGA is for personal reasons.
Oh, dang. Well, that's all deeply disturbing. I don't care a ton about celebrities' politics in general, but I did a little dig into this. And apparently in 2012, she had a song where she says, quote, "I'm a Republican voting for Mitt Romney." It goes on, I can't say the rest of the words in it. So she may have already kind of identified to the right for some time. I think that oftentimes we paint with too broad of swaths about, like, everyone who's a celebrity, an actor, musician must all be Democrat. I think there's plenty of sneaky, like, MAGA folks that they just don't really put their head out and say a whole much.
You know, Kid Rock.
But my thing is this, I think there's this big conversation around, like, why have Republicans started courting more of these celebrities? It's really at times that, like, Democrats have lost some of them. So think of Joe Rogan, this conversation of how does the left find its own Joe Rogan? Joe Rogan was a lefty. He was a Bernie bro, and then he was courted over to the right. So, like, this does exist. People go to the other side.
Yeah, but one of the craziest things Nicki said was about Trump's 2020 election claims, and this is a direct quote. "Obviously, I do not know about, whether he won, but I know that if he comes out and says it, that he's done his due diligence, and I know that he's not just making it up." She's a perfect Trump fan.
Listen, you know what?
It's all about her friend's cousin's testicles.
I want to know more about that one.
People have the right to vote for who they want to. That's fine.
Yeah.
But you have to just...
Do your research.
You can't make it this easy to point out the reasons why you may have done it. This has not, all of these things has little to do with how his being is affecting all of us.
Yeah.
Okay? Because we're all in it together. It doesn't matter. It's white women, it's black women, it's Spanish women, it's white men, it's gay folks, it's all these people. So listen, he's hitting farmers, he's hitting everybody.
Yep.
So Nicki, if you're okay, that he is dismantling a lot of the reason you came to this country, then you do what you need to do.